Okay, go.
And we're live.
And we're live. Hello, everybody. Good evening. So I'm Ruben from Capriccioso, and it's been quite some time, but
It's been a
welcome back
while.
to another episode of Stargazing with Capriccioso. This is our eighth podcast ever, and yeah, here with us today, very exciting news, is a new indie game studio here in Cebu. Escape the Day Job Studio. Guys, say hi.
Hello, hello.
Woo!
Hi.
Hello!
Hi.
All right, so maybe we can start with some quick introductions because we haven't done this in so long. Maybe we can start with meeting our respective teams. So let's start with Capriccioso. Um, Dane, maybe you wanna go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hey guys, I'm Dane, lead developer of Haphazard Angel, and I founded the studio back in early 2023 as an indie development studio that also works on client projects to stay afloat. We've grown the team to a well-rounded crew of 12 developers, artists, VFX artists, marketing, and admin team. And now we're here. We're developing Haphazard Angel, and we'll talk more about that game later on. Uh, Hi guys. Marcha.
Woo! And yeah, maybe David can introduce himself as well.
Yeah, hello guys. I am June Lovett. Call me June, call me Lovett whatsoever. I'm the co-founder of Capriccioso Game Studio, and I do the back end stuff mostly. And uh, aside from that, I have been like doing software development for like years, and then transferred to game development for like 4 years now. So like, yeah. I guess that's about it for me. Thank you, peeps.
Let's go,
Let's
David.
go.
So let's go. So yeah, as you can see in our screen, we're a very huge roster now, compared to our very first podcast. But we won't bore you with the details. We do want to start introducing a new studio here in Cebu, who's joined us in this podcast. Yeah, so maybe you guys can give us a rundown of who you guys are, your members, and yeah, how did it come to be
Spoiler.
for Escape the Day Job.
Spoiler, their lineup is amazing.
Hello, hello. I guess I'll introduce myself because like, hey, I guess I have escaped the day job. Oh my god, best intro. But hi, I'm Janelle. You call me Jan. I'm the studio lead for Escape the Day Job. And basically like we're a four-person studio. Technically five if you count our intern. But we're like yeah, one of us is our artist. Our artist is here with us. I will let our artist introduce herself later. I don't know where our sound designer, sound lead person is. I think they're playing Tekken somewhere across the world. And yeah, we have a programmer too who's stuck somewhere in Canada. And our intern. We're like five people if we count our intern as well. But yeah, that's really our small studio. So I'll pass it over to our artist to explain what does she do.
Hello, I'm Kay. I draw art. Um, I'm almost escaping the day job in 2 weeks, I think. So yeah, it's exciting.
All right. Yeah, I think that should be us for Escape the Day Job games. Thanks for having us here.
Awesome. So, yeah, for a bit of context, we're actually here to answer a bit of interesting questions that can
Interesting.
definitely help us. Interesting. That will work. Yeah, that'll definitely help us fill the people in terms of what we're doing as a studio. So maybe we can start with the question. What game are you working on? Escape the Day Job.
Yeah, I guess I'll take the lead. Oh God, take the lead for this. My God, pun intended. But yeah, the game we're working on is called Feeling Blue. It's a character-driven psychological horror game focused on a streamer called Blue as we go through her day-to-day life and really figure out what's hidden between the lines, what's hidden between the scenes. And it's basically a visual novel and something that you get to see and figure out what's her day to day like and
Cool.
see what the twists are in between. Yeah, that should be it.
Let's go.
Let's go. But so another just out of curiosity, like why did you guys want to create the game in the first place?
I mean, for me, our
Yeah.
artist has very personal reasons too. But like, I'll let her be the one to explain that part.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
go.
it's my fault. I did this. I'm so sorry. Just kidding. Yeah. So I ever since I was young, I always it was always fun for me to play hidden object games or hogs for short. So it's a type of game where there's like a list of things and you look for them in that screen, and um, that screen is usually like filled with like different types of um, stuff that you like that you have to like really sharpen your eyes to look for those that list that the game gives you. And usually, those hidden object games have a storyline. And but from what I have experienced and for all these years of playing, is the type of stories that they tell you is more often than not they're kind of like very simple. So I kind of want to make something that's like a little bit more complicated,
More deeper.
story wise or deep story wise. So yeah, that's basically the gist of why I wanted to make a game like this. And of course,
Yeah.
I'm a weeb, so I prefer the anime art style. Yeah.
Same. That's one really big thing. So like that's one thing too, cause like hey, for us too, we've been working on visual novels for like almost every game jam whenever we get the chance to, and we're like, we get like our first game together is like Diaptera or Diptera, whatever you're gonna call it, and basically it was a fly waifu game. We're like, hey, if some random stranger likes it enough to put it on VNDB, and I think our other like Leaf game that I cannot mention on stream due to what's it called. But basically, yeah, and we're like here to explore and then try out. What if we actually put like 3 6 months? I don't know how long, and we try to get a publisher. And we already know the audience. We love the game. We're passionate about it, and we see that there's an opportunity in the market. So why not?
Okay.
Yeah.
That's that's definitely cool, and I'm very excited to see how this goes because like
I'm really
just based on
excited.
off our experience, like the starting point of Haphazard Angel and where it is now, like it's very different in terms of like art style and like yeah, just like how it looks and some of the mechanics of the game. Like it's very far, and I'm really excited. I'm looking forward to see how yours would go, also at the end. So. Yeah, and of course, as studios, we still have other set of questions that maybe we could answer together, so that the audience can compare, like how a baby studio, even though you guys have like a crap ton of really good people in your team, how a baby studio would compare to a studio that's been running for a couple of years now. So yeah, Dave, maybe you can flash the questions on screen.
Right, wait 1 second. Questions about the game you're working on. First one, Ruben already
Yep.
asked it. You got spoiled.
I'm sorry. I thought you would move the PowerPoint. Okay, it's okay. But I think this is also a good question that the Capriccioso people can answer. Um, Capri, why did you guys want to create the game Haphazard Angel?
Hello. Yeah, we wanted to create a party game that you can pick up, unleash utter chaos, work together, betray each other, fight God, and then put the controller down in the span of just 5 minutes. But of course, we're also working on a game mode with more depth and progress-driven madness. Haphazard Angel is essentially a 2 to 4 player co-op game where multiple players control one single body. So this game was meant to be a mechanics test, experiment, whatever, on several players not having full agency over a shared body. The design is aiming to get people to point fingers and blame each other when something dumb happens. And the uh, chaos and betrayals is essentially why we wanted to make the game.
That's badass. And also, you guys should definitely wish this our game,
Hilarious.
please. Please. My job depends on it, so so yeah, so next question is what is your team vision and game vision?
All right, yeah, you're asking us, right? Before there's another studio also being asked, but for us, I guess the team vision is just really in the name the studio name itself is called Escape the Day Job Games. Other than like what most people think, which I leave it up to interpretation of people thinking it's just we want to escape our day jobs, but really it's more of like looking at games and not treating them like as your day job. We know how some games nowadays require you to log in every day, require you to have dailies, require you to have weeklies. do quest lines, do dungeons, take off the entirety of your life, and like, why are you still awake? Because people at like across the world are playing with me, and really want to make it where games are your escape, your small little escape, not your entire day job, not your entire life, and that's why you want to make self-contained experiences like what you want for Feeling Blue.
Wow.
And I guess to answer the second part of the question, the game vision is really just yeah, to make a visual novel, hidden object game, psychological horror game where which plays really to our strengths, and we want to make a character design that's why Blue is very iconic. That's why she's even in the name, and oh, she's very cute. I mean, just looking at the environment and art alone, you don't really have to like think too deeply if you like her or not. She's already very cute and everything, and just really go forward with that. Go forward with that simple vision, and hopefully it starts tall, and hopefully leads to even bigger like games in the future. Yeah.
Nice, nice. So how about Haphazard Angel? What is your team vision and game vision?
Fine with so our team vision is like basically to create a game where people can have fun. More specifically, the game is aimed toward couples and friends, like wanna have fun with each other. You know, like games lately, like since back then it was like Among Us back then, like Overcooked, those party game stuff, and we wanted to make that kind of game. People have fun with each other, betray, having chaos with each other. Hey, say, what do you say, Ashes?
Yeah, pretty much that, where we just wanted to spread chaos into our game, where people can choose to either, have fun, banter with one another, to work together, or they can choose to sabotage, backstab uh, their friends or whatnot. So pretty much it's just chaotic, cute, and fun for the vision of the game.
All right. So the next question actually is what are the skills and roles in your team?
Just wanna make
Um,
games.
so escape the day job. Maybe you guys want to go first.
I mean the main one really like skills and roles in our teams. We have an amazing artist, like 100%. Like I don't know, she does everything, man. From character design to UI to environment to even marketing assets to hey, can you I like last minute ask you to make a company logo. So yeah, that kind of worked out. Or like don't worry, we'll change this. Or hey, can we like make a presentation slides like oh, like she like instantly was like I used a template and huh, we're going to redo all of this because she wants everything to be in theme, which I really appreciate because it really shows that we want to really build something. Oh god, corporate word incoming, holistic.
Holistic.
But yeah, more holistic branding wise. And that's one for sure. Our art team. The other ones are sound designer. He did sound design even back in our previous indie studio, back in Red Trident for like Tailgate and stuff, a runner game, and like does a lot of sound design as well. Of course, we have like our programmer as well who's done and made a lot of systems. And I guess for my cases, other than being the studio lead and pizza guy, I also do the writing. I sometimes do the designing, but I really just want to support like everything for what I can for the team. Because hey, we're indie. We multi hat, and I think that's like a lot of what we're doing together. Yeah.
Well, like I just gotta ask, like, how do you manage to do so much things in yeah, you seem to be juggling a lot. So like, what do you do to prevent burnout or like to make sure that like things are out on time or to make sure that you get to provide things so that the project would keep on moving forward?
That's my secret. I mean, superpower. I'm always burnt out. No, I'm kidding. But but really, I guess the serious answer to that is falling in love with the process. I guess the joy of being indie, or at least having a lot more control with this type of setup, is meaning make sure to create a pipeline, a timeline that works for us. This is like the pros of not yet having a publisher. Maybe we'll get a publisher in the future. Maybe some person breaks down the door and, hey, I have $1 million. Can I put it in your visual novel?
Yes.
My God, maybe like if I say that, it'll like manifest. But really, it's more of falling in love with the process, really enjoying it, and yeah, because at the end of the day, it's discipline, prioritization, and of course, passion. That's why we're here in indie games and not like in a corporate setting. But yeah,
Oh, all right. So how about for Capriccioso? What are the skills and roles in your team?
Uh, Capriccioso. Capriccioso? Yeah, we got a pretty well-rounded crew. We have our senior and junior Unity devs handle all the gameplay magic, and of course they are supported by our Soul. Soul, yeah, Soul QA or game tester, which makes sure everything actually works the way it should. We also have our three 3D artist and 2D artist, which makes everything look awesome from characters down to environment. And is that it? I think. Or,
Not only
Yeah.
we have
yeah.
3D and 2D artists, but we also have our VFX and tech artists to bring sparkle, life, and atmosphere to games we are working. But not only we are full of devs and artists, we also have the behind the scenes. We have our finance team, the marketing officer that connects us with our audience, and our bookkeeper that keeps the studio running smoothly.
Alive.
Let's go, bookkeeper. Thank you,
Thank
Christy.
you,
Let's go,
Christy.
finance team.
Gives
It's our
us
inside
money.
dream. Like whenever we go out for team hangouts or be sure to always thank you, Christy.
So, yeah, the next question in our list is, what are your rules for working together? Um, yeah, maybe Escape the Day Job can start first.
I mean, what our rules are for working together. I mean, there's like, let me just find my Kudigo of our About Us section. Thank you, past me and past self, to listing down our core values and working
Damn.
together.
Documentation.
Yeah, documentation. Wow, it's 2024. But basically, it's one is really the passion, man. I mean, there's a reason why we're like called Escape the Day Job and why we're all gathered together, because you have to be really passionate of whatever hobby you have, whatever thing you're working on, and that's what we really want to make sure for Escape the Day Job games. The other one is fun. I mean, we're already in the games industry. If you're not having fun in the games industry, why are you in the games industry? So that's one. And I guess the third one is really life. Like one thing, this is something had a personal learning, and setting it up also here is just like making sure that people have lives, making sure that people have a life beyond work, beyond this thing, because work life balance like varies from person to person. For me, I'm the type of guy to enjoy like game dev both at work and outside of work. Some people enjoy a more carefree life, like hey, they just want to play games and not worry about like making the game. Then that's fine too if they enjoy going out and touching grass like the people they are. Then that's also one thing. It's really about being respectful of each other's time and making sure to really take your time, not to burn yourself out. This type of industry will really burn yourself very fast, and we want to make sure that's something respected. That we're like a what's the term for it? I guess a dream team type of scenario where we trust each other, we know each other, have like the specific skills, and respecting that, be it like more asynchronous, not being so tight with hours. Because hey, we're an indie studio. If for some reason start we 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 start having a publisher and they give us a lot of money, then we can revisit the rules. Probably when we're filthy rich. But right now, it's a lot more free flowing, a lot more asynchronous, a lot more respectful of each other's boundaries and capabilities. Yep, that should be it.
That's
That's
awesome.
awesome.
A lot of
A lot.
studios should, a lot of studios should, um, definitely reach that goal and make sure to maintain what you just said. So
Yes, I hope
for
I hope we maintain it too. That is the goal, man. That is what we try to set up. Yeah.
so for Capriccioso, how about you guys? What are your rules for working together?
Oh, yeah. What are rules? It's not quite a rule, but like I would say that we're heavily encouraged to really like ask help from each other, especially if there's something we don't understand. Since a lot of us are most of us, a lot of us are very well rounded and have a lot of skills. For those who want to learn, what I like about this company is that they're really willing to help you out, especially if you're like new to it. So yeah, that's what I would say. Our rules.
Thank you for that awesome answer. And yes, we always try to encourage each other to ask for help if ever we're lost with something or we don't know what's going on, because communication is key. And yeah, the next question is how did you guys meet your team members? Janil.
Yeah. I mean, how we met each other was really just, hey, I think I remember. Yeah, I think I remember this one. Back it was like 2018. So yeah, 2018, 2019. I forgot which year. All I know is we met through a game jam. Cause like, okay, the theme was wings. Actually, this will be a funny thing once it reaches the Capriccioso too. Cause yeah, similar origin stories, I guess. But basically we met there because someone I think it was our artist who asked where, okay, I have an idea about like the theme with wings. What if we have a fly but we make her a waifu? And then I was like very ready to start learning Unity and stuff, but when I heard that I was like, I've always wanted to make a visual novel. So that's where I met our artist, then I met our sound designer, and then basically like from there on I met our programmer somewhere along the way, and I met our intern, I guess 5 6 7 years now because we just met our intern this year.
Oh,
But yeah, that's really how we met the team, through a game jam, through people who just like, hey, I like what you're doing, let's do more things that we both like. Yeah, that's it.
For
Okay.
Capriccioso, how did you guys meet your team members?
yeah.
Yeah, okay, let me answer that. So actually when I asked, like if I remember right, David and Dane about it, actually the team initially came together back in college. They were already a group working on their capstone project together, so they had that early foundation built through school and shared experience. So maybe for the rest of us, like myself as the bookkeeper and maybe Ruben handling marketing, we joined the team a bit later. There was an interview process, if I remember right, just like you'd expect when joining any organization, like right, Ruben?
Yeah, I definitely remember the interview process is very extensive. So I remember from firsthand experience my very first interview with the team was in my car because I was still working a day job. So so I had to like hide in the parking lot and take it during my lunch break, and here we are. I remember the very first dinner I attended with Capriccioso. Uh, that was when a lot of us also met each other for the first time. So if I recall, I think it was Ashes and Tristan. I think that was also their first time meeting the team. And yeah, I'd like to think that we all hit it off even in the even the first time, and we got closer and closer. And again, we really like keeping the studio very tight knit.
Alright.
So yeah, I think I'd like to think that we haven't had a bad egg yet. Or maybe I'm the bad egg. That's why I think there's none, because I'm the but but yeah,
Just to add to that,
yeah, that's
like,
basically it.
not sure if you guys know this or Janelle knows this, but um, Tristan is actually one of the guys in our workshops way back in 2018, or was it 2019?
Yeah, I mean Ashes was too, right?
Oh, gee. All
Yeah.
right,
All right.
but not
No,
Donathan.
no, no. It was your talk, Janelle.
It was your talk.
Oh, sorry, wrong workshop.
Wrong workshop. Or yeah, it's basically the Cebu game dev scene is pretty small, so everyone kind of knows each other one way or another.
Mm. Well, something I noticed is that there are a lot of like aspiring students who aren't even in the in 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 game dev courses, but they are interested, so they would really attend the events that you guys that we organize.
Mhm.
So yeah, you guys could be the next Ashes or Tristan, you know? So I aspire to be as great as them. So
So yeah.
so
When's the next event? We'll talk about that later.
um yeah, the next question would be what inspired you to start the studio? I think this Yeah, what inspired you to start the studio? Janil, I think this is something you can answer really well.
Yeah, well, we're already prepping the audience. You can answer this really well. Yeah, trust me, bro.
Trust me.
No, no, I remember because guys, like just to give it a bit more context, like, Janelle and I were roommates for a bit, and he told me the story about his studio. It was very heart touching. He touched me really well
What?
when we were
No,
roommates.
no.
Let's get into it in a
What,
minute.
in a room?
Raymond, Raymond Gilbert were literally in the other room, man. How did they not notice the noise?
Because of the story,
also
okay?
into-
He touched me
Okay.
emotionally.
All right, yeah, got it.
Got it.
Anyways, yeah, what inspired you to start the studio? I guess for oh my god, my artist is like, what, what is this lore? Anyway, yeah, it really was just like, why not make this a formal thing? I mean, it has always been in my mind to start a studio. I just didn't really know like when or how. And I guess just over the years, it's like less of what inspired you to start the studio now, but like I mean like what inspired me to start the studio in general, but why now of all the times? Because it was really like I've gotten the experience, our artists got the experience, our sound designers gotten the experience. Because back then, this isn't my first like indie studio. It really was like, okay, joined an indie studio. We didn't know what we were doing. Made a lot of mistakes, learned a lot of things, and I mean, also looking at the game industry trends nowadays too, and the leaning towards indie, and it looks like true serendipity, true like just the world how it is right now. We've met like a lot of publishers, a lot of friends who have been really supportive of the project we're doing, and they're like, wow, this is becoming realer and realer by the second. And the inspiration is just like I feel like we're ready to make a risk to take an opportunity. I believe we have the skill set, the dream, the passion, the vision, and the experience really to make sure this can become reality and this can become a game that we're all proud of to make. So, yeah.
How about for Capriccioso? What inspired you guys to start the studio?
Yeah, I think both Dubs can chime in on this a little bit later on, but it's always been my goal with June to publish an indie game that becomes hopefully a huge hit. So Capriccioso Studio started way before this company, like way back 2017, 2016 when we were in college. And to have a solid team beside me will be heck amazing. So just like Janelle, I took the leap.
Yeah, so with, with even regards to like people are curious why with the name even like it's quite complicated. It's not even English. Yeah, it came from it's a musical term. We got this name back then when Dane and I were in college and like doing thesis stuff and other group work stuff, and then like at that time. Our studio, like our team was like playing some music, and famous during that time was July and April, and like one of the music that was played in early in April was titled Rondo Introduction to Rondo Capriccioso by Saint Saints. So yeah, that's where we got our name, and like we we use it there since, like, in competitions and stuff, and until we eventually made this studio like legal even. So yeah, I guess that's about it.
Yeah, we even chose this name with Kim. Nasi Kim diri. Hi Kim.
Hey guys.
And yeah, I think this is the last part. I don't want to answer this. Ruben.
So, what's your advice to those who are planning to develop their own indie game?
Okay, I guess back to us, right? For like the okay. Plan to develop your own indie game. Wow, deja vu. It's not like I just did a talk
You,
about
you,
this
you
last
talked
week.
about this.
Somebody like asked this like, yeah, try to develop their own indie game. Okay, I will clarify this for those like who want to go to this, because this question can actually be approached in like few ways. But wait, I feel like there's paper SMR. But anyway, this can be approached in like two ways. One is like developing your own indie game versus developing your own indie game studio. Those are two different things. Developing your own indie game, you just have need an idea and then a bias to action, and you do it. But I think the question is framed in, what if you want to make your own indie studio? That's a bigger commitment than making any game, making an indie game. For me, it's a combination of different factors. One is of course experience. One is of course the given the idea and the bias to action similar to making a game. But I guess the other thing would really just be, you need to have financial ability, or at least acknowledge what's within scope, what's within like your abilities, because we all understand that, hey, you're passionate about it, but passion doesn't really like keep the lights on, and we all know it's taking a risk. I guess the advice is really just making sure to be self-aware, to understand what's within your capabilities, what's in the situation at hand, and doing the best with the resources you have right now. Just because another person, another studio friend is setting up their own studio and they're like 20 plus people strong, doesn't mean you have to start with that number or you have to make comparisons. Just listen to like, I don't know, Dory from Finding Nemo. Just keep swimming. Just keep swimming, just keep finding your own way, and take it to your own little things. Don't compare yourself to like other studios, because sometimes the comparisons are unfair, sometimes you have different situations in life. And really figure out what's good for you. What's the best like decision you can make at that time.
I see.
All right.
I
So,
think
how about for the Capri people? Do you guys have any advice?
can I give?
Especially to those who are just about to graduate or yeah, want to start their own thing.
Yeah.
Do you guys have any advice?
I'll probably just echo what Janelle said because we've been saying this like every time we get asked. Don't starve. Think about the money. Passion won't feed you. More people equals more complexity. Avoid scope creep. Start small and definitely drill it into your head that setting up your own studio is setting up a business. Right.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
it.
Yeah,
Jun.
yeah. I would like also to add another thing. So to those who are planning to develop their own indie game, make sure to like not overwork yourself. But I mean like, don't, start small. Keep the scope small. Like, one step at a time, because like you don't want to be going. You tire yourself and like take uh not forever to create your game. Like, some people are planning to create the next Witcher. Like, yeah, that's cool. Like, yeah, that's a good idea. Like, yeah, but at the same time, you would want to start small where it will be achievable, like through your resources and other means. Like, you also know your team's capabilities as well as what you already have. So yeah, that's my advice for it.
Though that's really great advice.
How about you,
I think
Ruben? What about marketing? Like ours is like specific. I know, no general big like studio thing, studio advice. What about like the specific parts of the studio, like
Well,
marketing?
get get ready to fill out a crap ton of forms, like literal like 13 to 15 pages worth of Google Forms. No, no. But yeah, there's gonna be a lot of that going on. You just need to definitely be patient, and I do agree with you guys where like you can't really this is a passion-driven industry. So you're kind of in it for the love of the game, you know. But you know, it's a huge win good if especially if that love turns into profit, because we all need to keep the lights on. In terms of marketing, definitely networking, and you're gonna be you won't expect it. Like you're gonna expect it to be fun. You're gonna expect making a lot of content, but a lot of marketing is just admin things. We're sending out like to get out the nitty gritty. We're sending out like dozens of emails every day to different people who could potentially help improve our game's digital presence. So just get ready for that, and don't be afraid to reach out to other people. And that's definitely something that I've also learned from Dane and Dobbit too. So yeah, that's a huge thing for me. And I honestly I would love to hear from people like uh, Tristan and Tony, especially because
VFX,
they literally
the
spread the
very
passion
rare.
every day.
What?
So like I'd want to hear from them and what they think about the about this.
Being the I'm sorry.
You're forgiven.
Tony down.
What's your advice to your students, Tristan and Tony?
Yeah, I'll be the one to start. I think for me, just basically the cliche, you know, advice to trust and enjoy the process. Because after all, what you started as an idea, but um, you know, going through the process is very hard, and it's important that you um don't lose of the passion you have right in developing games. So yeah, I think that's one for me.
Right. Then what about kuan, the very rare network developer in Cebu, Ashes?
Yeah, Ashes, how about you?
What's your
No.
advice?
Uh, for anyone planning to, don't start with multiplayer unless you want to suffer. Just because you have to think in a different mindset when you do multiplayer games. So just stick with single player. Stick with like just simple games. Hell, make a Flappy Bird. That's really just fine. Just make a simple game. You can even maybe even use Roblox or make a Minecraft mod or anything like that. But if you do plan on going to multiplayer, I suggest you you ask another senior dev to help you maybe, because going in it blind can cause suffering for 2 months, and I can attest to that. So start with single player, start small, don't increase your scope all of the sudden just because you're feeling so ambitious. Yeah, that's my advice.
Clench your teeth for multiplayer.
Oh,
Let's go. What about the artist? IK.
Yeah, you guys can share because yeah, I'm pretty sure
I
this
think
is
it's
gonna
the
we're gonna
last.
be clip farming.
Yeah, this
We're
is the
gonna be
last
clip
question, diba?
farming. Yep, yep. So you guys can pitch in good.
Oh yeah, Kay can talk. Can Nika talk, Dan? Are you able to talk? Give us your advice.
No?
Hello.
No. My only advice is if you have plans to start a indie studio, um, have some decent human decency and don't exploit your employees. That's all.
Let's go.
Wow, that has like some baggage somewhere there.
You hear that?
This is
No
Oh,
exploitation.
decent human decency. Okay. Yes, yes. Very important.
Clip farm for
fully
LinkedIn.
farmed.
But yeah, thank you guys so much for sharing. And there's a lot to take in, most definitely. Uh, Speaking of, what do you guys have any ideas on when the next event is for the Cebu Game Dev community? Can you guys tease anything about that or like drop any hints? Maybe any ideas that you guys want to talk about?
I know dropping oh my god, wait, sorry, I saw something, but anyway, dropping the best hint is just look forward to a possible, well, not a possible, it's like basically confirmed now. There will be a game jam this December. We'll give you guys like September. Sorry, I skipped like a couple of lot of months there. But yeah, there'll be a game jam this September. So please do keep posted on the page. The other thing would also be we're still open for like volunteers for those that want to help run Cebu Game Dev and other events. And we're also building our directory really for Cebu Game Dev because hey, there's been a lot of time now on the schedule, totally not related to escaping the day job. But it really looks like we're growing really well. A lot of different studios are also looking to set up here in Cebu, like specifically here in Cebu. I am very surprised in a happy way, but it shows that hey, more than ever, we need a strong community. So that hey, I mean, it's like the same thing that happened. I think 2018 to 2017. I don't think I was part of the community back then where someone was looking for 120 developers and then
Damn.
it was hard to find at that time. But now it's like, hey, we have a similar opportunity again. And at least it's more feasible, okay? They're not asking for 100 plus. They're like asking for like 40 plus. I guess other than that one studio, right, Dane? That one studio that needs so many artists.
Which one?
The other studio, the one you've been looking artists for. What do you mean?
Bombastic side eye.
Janelle, what are you doing?
We're helping them.
Yes.
We're sending it. If you're
What-
an artist and you're interested in starting your career, check out the career opportunities on both Capriccioso and Cebu Game Dev. You'll find some pretty interesting stuff there. I hope.
Yes.
Exactly. But yeah,
Yes.
we're really growing so much, and that would be really helpful. And hey, it's an opportunity, guys. I mean, back then I wish I could like go back in time and take a game dev degree and like actually find these things.
Dude,
But yeah.
one thing I kind of like found one thing I kind of found, especially when joining a new community like this, like I think it could be very intimidating, even though like the people are very friendly. Like so far, I have no qualms with anyone. So and they're all very friendly, but then it can be very intimidating, especially when you're like a freshman in college or just when you're finished with college and you're trying to look for opportunities. What are the ways that like we can make it seem more accessible, especially to people who didn't even know that game dev community here existed?
Yeah, I mean, I understand too. Don't worry, we don't bite, I think. I know. Ask Ruben. Anyway. But yeah.
When you were in the room together, was there any biting?
Is this part of the clipping? Are we gonna clip this and tag you in the LinkedIn? Let's clip this
Was there
and
any
let's tag
biting
Janelle in the
involved?
LinkedIn.
This will be part of your shorts and then like hashtag, hey, if you join Cebu Game Dev, you'll get to be in the same room with me. Oh my god, let's not. No, no. I am
Whoa, there, buddy.
Please no. Oh god, I'm dying.
It's one of the perks, dude. Like if you're
One of the
I'm a
perks.
freshie, dude. I've only been in this industry for 2 years, and like Janelle already let me stay with
Let
him
me what?
what? in the same band. I don't know.
I was worried for you that time, so I helped you out because it looked like you were kind of stuck. It's like
Stop!
he was closing, he was
Stop!
closing his eyes, and like it looked a little heavy, so I helped him with it. Remember, you were
Yeah, he helped
sleeping.
me.
Offensive
He,
side
yeah,
eye.
he helped me. He tucked me in after. It was very nice. See, we us game devs, we help each other out. Like,
We tuck
yeah.
each other in.
Yeah, yeah, because the laptop was kind of heavy on like on top of him, so I had to like take it
Huh?
off. Like yeah, yeah, there. The laptop, okay, I didn't take anything else off. Yeah.
Yeah, look at Dobit, dude. He's like muting his mic, like he knows what we're talking about. So.
It's okay, David. I know we'll share one giant room together this time. Next time we're at an event.
Brian was snoring and I was working on the
Nah.
PowerPoint.
But like we weren't just fooling around. Of course, we were very busy. We maybe this is a good way to segment to something we want to bring up. Just a big thing that we kind of want to bring up, and maybe say thank you to Janil for helping out. We did reach 4,000 wish list.
Let's go. Just 1 month
It's pretty.
after announcing our
It's
first
crazy.
1,000.
Yeah. Yeah, so yeah, just 1 month after announcing and doing a giveaway for our first 1,000, we reached a 4,000 wish list, and yeah, we couldn't be any happier. Hopefully it'll go up. Um,
It was 100% thanks to your
and
advice for getting streamers and making friends with streamers, Janelle. Thank you.
yep.
Yay!
And
Thank you.
That
yeah,
worked.
like credit is due. Definitely Janil was a huge part of that. So if you guys, if Janil, if your studio needs help with anything, like just let us know. We'll definitely have your back as well.
All right, we need a
Thank
small
you.
loan of $1 million. Thank you.
Give me a while, okay? Like give me.
Troppa trip.
All right, within reasonable like choice. Okay, a million side. I'll ask for 500K instead. There, I have my 50%.
No.
But maybe I think maybe Dobby can share. Maybe Dobby can share this journey because he's also a huge contributor
Yeah.
to the fact that we reached this milestone. Like Dobby, maybe you can share the experience, what we did, all the sleepless nights you and I had.
Huh?
Yeah, maybe you can share it.
Huh?
You know,
Yeah. Uh, first of all, to reach it, like we go to the very first step, like creating a trailer for your game, like creating a trailer for a game, like Haphazard Angel, and then what we did for that, even before the trailer, we also have the Steam page. So like you would want a Steam page to show the game to people that it can be wishlist and all. So like after you have those, and then like uh, after those trailer, you make vertical slice or like make the game at least playable to the common people or like streamers. Make it into a build like they can enjoy at least like not necessarily every aspect of the game, but at least it's a polished one. So after doing those, after we did those, we started reaching out for streamers. We didn't go directly to the bigger ones, so we started with small ones, like reaching out, like, hey, uh, there's this game that we have, and then like you to try our game. Would you want to try our game and maybe perhaps stream it? So yeah, there are many other willing small streamers. So like, it came one after another, and then like even local ones we had like we just found them through different channels like in Discord, in Facebook groups. So yeah, if you ever need like streamers for your game, you can find those in various places in social media, Discord, in Facebook groups, or like you can reach out to YouTubers. So yeah, there are many places to reach out those streamers. Then after those, like we get like
Yeah.
every streamer that we have, like even our friends, like and then we went on to like no what you call this, content creators or influencers. Those are the ones that making reels and stuff, like for games, like kind of like what are the best games, what is this current game. So like what we what what we did for that is like basically we reach out to them like through email, and then like uh, show them the trailer of our game, show them our Steam page or what we currently have, and like what are our plans for our game. You know, like show them that it's cool and that it's worthy to be shown to the public. So yeah, we just reach out to those uh, content creators. But it's not just any content creator. We specifically target uh, co-op content game creators because that's our niche. So like those party games like Repo, Peak, uh, Little Company, and so on. So like we're targeting those content creators who enjoy that because more likely they will cover the game because like that is what they want. That's like what they enjoy also. So of course they will cover that game. So like while doing those, like sending those, like finding different content creators for your niche. Uh, One day while I was just scrolling in my feed, like in my Instagram after doing dev work around 2 a.m. while I was just doom scrolling in my Instagram, I saw a huge content creator that posted haphazard angel, and then like I was shocked, and then like I my sleepiness and drowsiness was gone. Like, what is this real chat? Like, and then like that's why like after that I spread the news to my team that, oh my gosh, I can't believe it. Like, wow, this famous content creator featured our game in his social medias. Like, specifically, his name is Mad Morph.
This
He has
guy.
around like 1 million followers in all his social medias. So yeah, when the game was like featured, like yeah, I couldn't even sleep that day because like yeah, I can't believe it was real. So that's about it. Like like you just keep doing, like contacting those especially in your niche. So yeah, that's what we did.
Yeah, it was like a very well planned planting of seeds. At first, we were looking for streamers and making content, and then the eventually influencers are the one that used the content that we got from streamers and like made it their own. It was pretty good. It was pretty
Yes.
cool. It's an ongoing process, and then also because we're building up to some pretty big events. So last week we, in spirit, we went to China Joy.
Uh,
And coming soon, hopefully next week, if we get things if we get things done, we will be launching our arcade mode public playtest. And things will wrap up. We'll be having a private playtest this September, building up to the demo launch and next month. This is to prepare us for Steam Next Fest, which is like a multiplier of whatever, multiplier of wish list. I hope. But yeah, that's our short-term plans.
yep.
And yeah,
Nice.
Ruben.
Yeah. Yeah. We're very excited to see how this goes. Like, you don't really expect things to turn out the way they are. Like, it could be better, it could be worse. We don't know, but what's
Very
important is we have a
excited.
plan.
Do we?
But yes, we do. Speaking of China Joy, like we did something, maybe just a very short storytelling of what happened in China Joy. Why Dane said we were there in spirit is because when Dobit and I were on the way there, we took a connecting flight to Manila. When we arrived in Manila, our airline told us that we had to go home because there's no flights going to China.
Oh.
So, so it was sad. It was sad, but it was still an interesting experience. Like being able to prepare.
After it took us like
No,
2 months to prepare.
Yeah, it was, and we couldn't even use any of the collaterals we printed because they're all in Chinese. So we can't even reuse the brochures and the calling cards printed. So yeah, it was sad, but I think it was still an interesting experience. Like like filling out the damn forms, and then, being able to like e-meet people and even joining the Steam. Whoa, whoa!
Who put that there? I didn't put that there. That wasn't me.
Yeah, we were there in spirit because we attended the Steam event. We were invited to the Steam event for China Joy, and we even got to the front page of China Joy, which is nice.
Yay. We were on
Which
front
which
page for the entire 4 days.
Yeah,
Yes.
it
So
really helped us a lot, and not to mention that I would also like to thank the fellow uh, devs who were there. Well, we didn't make it, and aside from the PTIC for helping us set our booth there,
The
even
PT.
though we were not physically there.
yeah. So yeah, it was okay. It was still a good experience. And yeah, we're looking forward to getting more invites soon. Maybe hopefully, Janil, would love for you to also join us, like come along with your studio too, eventually.
Let's
Do
go.
you guys, yeah, so do you guys have any plans of attending those types of events eventually, Janil?
GDS
I mean,
mentioned.
eventually, one thing for sure, we need to go to G Star just for the sake of
Revenge?
fulfilling. Yeah,
Oh,
back
okay.
then, the 2018,
This is
2018,
for
right? Or is
revenge.
2019? Yeah,
2019.
for event. Hey, we were also there in spirit. Our booth was also there in spirit.
That was so
But
sad.
yeah,
G
but
sad.
but but yeah, but the one thing for sure, maybe like Tokyo Game Show or Taipei Game Show. Depends really, because of our type of game is like our style really shows that it's good to test the waters there. But yeah,
Hmm.
That's their kind
That's
of market. Like, they're the best audience for it.
But
yep.
was GDS last year the very first event that like your studio attended? Like you as your studio, was that the first time? Was it? I forgot.
Technically, yeah. Okay, now that you bring it up, yeah, it was the first time. That was the first time I attended a studio. That was the first time also like, oh, there's actual publishers here. Let me try to see if we can set a meeting. And then, oh, they said yes to me. And I remember the time when like, oh, why did they say yes to me? And like, did they say yes to you? Like, I remember that one publisher.
Yes, that's why I ended up pirate. I'm kidding.
Yeah, no, wasn't that the time? I was like, oh, why not just like talk to them right now? I see them in that table. Change your intro message to include the specific genre, and they will now say yes to you. Yeah, but yeah, I mean that was the first time I really just joined as our studio. It's a lot more
But
fun, I will say.
Mm-hmm.
but I gotta ask, like, we did, especially at the very end, like um when we kind of like mustered up the courage to like approach the studios that we did want to approach, like they were very open to talking and even conversating with us and learning about our game, even without we meeting them, like even without booking the meetings. Like they're still super chill about it, and
After you
even share
coerced one of them.
they call their calling cards and stuff. Like they're very chill. But like after that, like, well, what is the next step? Like especially with you, Jenny, like you seem like you networked with a lot of people there, especially people with yeah, especially with big studios. How do you maintain communication with them, or how do you like um yeah, still make sure that you're in their radar?
I mean, I guess it's less of I guess it's sometimes I don't really think of them as like, oh, they're, I remember them because they're this studio or that studio. One good point of advice that even some people that I connect with share is really just treat them like people, treat them like friends. Because right, in this type of industry, especially for those that are in bigger like AAA studios, for example, they go to these events because they're looking for service providers, right? But we don't. But for us, right, or at least what you're asking for is, how do you become more than just an outsourcing transaction to them, right? Like, how do you like maintain this relationship into something that goes beyond just that, right?
Mm-hmm. I asked that
Yeah, and
before, and it's tough.
yeah. Yeah, because it's the one thing is really just to be, I know, be authentic, be yourself, seek to build that relationship, build that friendship, and just show up. Like, hey, if you like, nobody teaches you in life how to make friends, right? They just like you just say hi, hello, we're classmates now. We're stuck for the next 6 years, and that's kind of also the thing with events. If you've noticed, a lot of the external development people or the business development people are kind of the same group of people, and just showing up, saying hi to them, and then being consistent over the years really helps it. I mean, there was one time a friend, like a friend of mine from a triple A studio, like this is my excuse to meet up with her, cause it's a lot cheaper than going to Europe. So I'd rather go to Boracay instead of going to Europe, cause Europe will like destroy my wallet. And there's also even friends who you'll get to meet who's like from Canada, and then like, okay, I was looking for your name on the platform. I couldn't find it, but then you're here, so it's all good. I mean, I felt very flattered and very surprised that hey, they actually remembered me from last year. And yeah, just showing up, being genuine to people, and making a good impression. Like listening. The one thing. Okay, just like sorry, if it's like a long-winded answer. One is also this was from what the AAA studios are looking for, especially if you want to partner with them. Ask them questions, man. I mean, like, hey, do you guys also get excited, right? Hey, can you tell me about Haphazard Angel, or what's the game like, or how did you find out with this art style? Don't you like feel good that someone's like generally interested in you? So it's kind of the same thing for these AAA studios as well. You ask them what their game is like. If you come in with, I really love this mechanic you guys implemented. How did you guys do it? Or this character is my favorite. What do you guys think? Why do you actually hate this character instead of why do you hate my favorite character? Please notice my favorite character or something. But yeah, I mean, those are like little things, and just being to treat them as people. Cause hey, they're people. We are a passionate industry, and people are just like, well, people, man. So
Mm.
I hope that long-winded answers your question.
It does. It sounds easy, but it's not. I'm sure it's not.
It sounds
For
a
me,
lot easier, but this is me talking. This is someone who's been talking to random strangers online since like high
birth.
school. Do not talk to strangers online when you're like underage, man. But anyway, talk to people, to strangers, and you get used to it. You get to learn through
But you're
experience.
the danger there.
Yeah, I am the danger. You're trapped here with me. Oh no. But yeah.
But
Stay
even
communicated.
outside of these events, Jenny, like, do you still communicate with them?
Oh, with some for sure. I feel like it's more of like finding your circle. Because for
Mm.
context, when I said like earlier, right? For some people, work-life balance is like, okay, I do my job 8 hours, 9 hours, 10 hours in a day. Then I know I go outside and do cycling, or I go outside and go to the beach. Wow, I can do that in Cebu. But some people like me are crazy people who enjoy like, hey, I still like game dev in general. I once took like a leave off my day job to work on my game. It was like basically the same thing I was doing at my day job, but for a personal project. And I connect with people there. One of my longtime friends who've been friends since like 2021 is like a producer somewhere over there, and then we've been really good friends. I trust her a lot. I mean, we talk about like cats and other things beyond like work. Sometimes it's industry stuff, but it's mostly, I don't know, just connecting through similar likes. I mean, they volunteer at a, what do you call this, a cat shelter, which is really cute. But also like she has a stack of like PS2s and like other nuggets of wisdom that I really admire from her side. And yeah, those shared like hobbies, interests. That's how you kind of stay connected with these people.
Mm. Okay. Yeah, that's that. But you seem to like. I feel like you like. I don't know. Like you're like you're in your space good. Like we've been to a lot of events together, even outside of Escape the like even as another company or other companies, and like yeah, it definitely seems like you're in your element. Like it's very natural. Um, for some reason, like for me, like I kind of had the courage to talk to them that like at the very end, which is like like after I think like that was the last day na. Where like that's when I kind of like muster up the courage na lang to like talk to everyone I want to talk to,
Yeah.
and Like
I mean, like,
yeah,
Big
it's
muscle.
it was a learning curve.
yeah, I mean that's really good. I mean the industry is really like, hey, we're all like kind of introverted nerds who enjoy this hobby and are very passion driven. So you can, I mean, I guess get adopted by an extrovert. That is one way as well. I guess I'm an extrovert now. But yeah, just say hi, approach them, and like they don't bite. They're like normal people. They're just sometimes very
But
tall.
that's
They're
the
just
thing.
tired.
That's the thing. Like when I do go to these normal networking events, that's not like game dev. It's like it's easy for me to talk to people, but I maybe it's because like like a lot of these people, like I'm a big fan of their work, or I'm a big fan of their IP. So like I end up getting cold feet. But then when it's like random, like when we do go to business meetings, like with Dane or Dobbit and the others, like it's easy for me to talk. But then when it's like someone who's like someone who did something relevant to an IP that I'm a fan of, like it's hard for me to like say hi even. Like, like I still have to muster up the courage, and yeah, we do come across a lot of that, especially in this industry. But then, like when we're in like normal business meetings, it's like okay, we can just talk. But then,
Yeah. I mean, it's understandable. I mean, one relationship I cherish to this day is literally like the one I've been working with for years, Super Giant, and like it's still a dream to me working with them for like that long of a time. I can just like send a message and wow, it's just like you're talking with your heroes right here. You're an email message away, and just like I don't know, it's crazy sometimes that they, hey, they're people too. That's really what like. It narrows it down to they're people too, and they're also as passionate, sometimes also as crazy as you are when it comes to games, and yeah, enjoyable about it.
yeah. So, but how about you, Dane? Like I think yeah, that was the first. That was that. How was GDS for you? I think that was the first time you attended GDS
Yeah,
too.
mine's kind of
So,
different. I am more struggling with reaching out to people unless I have something specific in mind to reach out to them for, which I know
mm,
isn't good overall, but it's just kind of how I operate, and I'm trying not to, or like putting effort into like just reaching out, even if there's no purpose.
mhm, mm. Yeah, I definitely agree. Like I think the hardest part is approaching them. Like once you get them to sit down and like listen, like that's when it gets a bit easy. It gets easier to talk.
Yeah.
So
I guess one thing too is like learning to understand because like what one thing as well is like, hey, I mentioned I'm very close. It was one friend of mine, friends of 2021, but they only talk like once or twice a month. So that's also one thing you guys have to understand too with this industry as well, or like even different cultures. Some cultures are just really like, hey, we or sometimes if some people you only meet like once a year, and just like having that and then remembering you from last year is already a big thing.
Mm.
Because the way our industry works is like some games take a long time to make. Some games take a year. Some games take 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years. Some even like a decade. That's like 10 years. So this industry is also like learning to understand different cultures. Yeah.
Yeah, I also agree that, like, especially me, that I'm also introverted and I have trouble approaching people. It's just easy to reach people online since, like, you have no face, they can see you and whatsoever, your expression and all. So, like, it's easier to chat people online, but, talking to them in person is really hard. Like, yeah, you can do the first hi, but what do you say afterwards? Like, hey,
Hello.
maybe I like your shirt or some shit. Like, sorry. Yeah, but yeah, I guess, like, but it's really a good experience, like, to reach out to people, like, just having a connection, like, finding some things in common, and like making friends, like, despite of the, like, the the industry we're in, like, so, it's sometimes chaotic even. So yeah, that's about it for me, I guess.
yeah, I One thing that gets a bit harder now, like the longer we keep attending events, is definitely remembering people. Like I'm very bad with names. Like, oh, I remember this guy, but I don't know his name. So it's
The corner
hard.
when is this a private conversation, guy?
Yeah, you make sure you get remembered for good reason and not because people are being creeps, okay? So, yeah, did you know that, Janil? Dane saved me. Dane saved me from harassment.
Yeah,
So,
that was scary.
scary, dude. Scary. So, yeah, and sorry, it just played in my head. But speaking of like, kanang I just want to like ask, especially for you three. I think I'm kind of curious. What games inspired you guys to like become a game dev? Like all the game devs here, like what games inspired you guys to be a game dev? Because like I for one, I never thought like I'd be in this industry. I just thought I'd be in the sidelines. Um, so how about the ones that actually went for it and pushed for it? What games inspired you guys to become one?
Hmm. I think definitely from the top of my head, it's Minecraft. Because even with IT in and programming, it was Minecraft. Because it started with the redstone shenanigans, and then realizing that it's similar to how the code blocks of code works, and yeah, eventually I got stuck into the IT industry. So why not games? It's something tolerable. Oh, Janelle disappeared. No.
Yeah. So yeah, while waiting for Janelle, or I doubt if he, I don't know if he ever comes back. So yeah. As for me, I do think that the game on top of my head that inspired me is Castlevania, but specifically Castlevania Symphony of the Night. It was uh, for me, it was one of the best games during that time, a PlayStation One game, and I think it's the OG Metroidvania. If you ever heard that genre, like the Vania comes from that game, like Castlevania, like uh, because I love to do exploration and other stuff, like be more powerful, and then power scaling and all, and like eventually beat some dark demon lord or some stuffs, you know uh, like what you did in Castlevania, beat Dracula eventually. So yeah, but to get there, uh, is the journey. The journey there is very fun. So like that's what I like. Me as a game dev now, the journey is so enjoyable as well. Like, yeah, that is for me.
Yeah. How about the EDJH people? Like, what do you guys? What games have inspired you guys to be a game dev or to get
I think
into?
Kay still can't answer. I can talk.
No, no, no.
Oh, you can talk.
I can
Yay!
answer now. Yeah, because my shift just ended. So yeah. Um, as for me, what inspired me, I guess I don't know. There wasn't really any particular game that like inspired me. It's just that I love playing games so much, video games. Uh, Throughout my childhood, that I was like, oh hell yeah, I want to do this. So yeah, that's pretty. That's it's that simple, really.
What genre game do you usually play?
Oh, yeah, like I said before, I played a lot of hogs. But I also uh I gravitate towards more single player games. So I played a lot of maybe uh those. I did play some AAA games like Assassin's Creed stuff. Uh, but yeah, there's also like Stardew Valley. It's like a hodgepodge of different game genres as well. So I just like trying out new things. And that's one of the reasons why video games amaze me because it's like you can do so much with this medium. And yeah,
Hmm. That so
Ben, how about
the
yours?
game that yeah, go David.
No, I was just asking,
He's alive.
how about your favorite game? I think you didn't mention.
oh, my favorite game. Oh, right. Good question. It's either Chrono Trigger or Stardew Valley.
Ooh, that's funny.
Stardew Valley just because I have like almost 1,000 hours in that game.
Oh, wow. Amazing.
Welcome
Get
back,
to the
Janelle.
beach.
Oh, yeah, he's gone again. Yeah, he did.
It's gone again.
Oh no.
How about you, Ruben? You didn't mention your favorite game.
Why I think everyone knows that I like so that, that's kind of a given, but yeah, again, like I never thought I'd be in the game
Gr-
dev industry, so
I thought your favorite was
surprise.
Uh,
Graal.
okay, how about we ask others?
Gra-
For example, how about we ask others? For example, our network developer.
Our
Yeah, they
network
like the game.
developer.
Why me? What's the question? Favorite game?
Favorite game? What got you into
Yeah, game dev.
What got
or
me into
whatever?
game dev? Wait, no, my favorite game is Kingdom Hearts, that's for sure. Even if
Hmm.
we're suffering in a drought right now, there's no more Kingdom Hearts games. Because anyway, what got me into game dev? I think it was
Janelle.
it's mostly because of when I play JRPGs. So I usually play like Tales games, like Tales of the Abyss, if not Final Fantasy games like Final Fantasy 7 Crisis Core or Kingdom Hearts. Like I I I didn't really what's this go wanted to go into the game dev industry to like make the mechanics, but rather to I wanted to like tell a story in that kind of sense because game dev sorry, because video games are also one way of telling a story, right? That's why a lot of JRPGs or like just games in general are really good at telling stories to the point that they have fanfics made out of them. So yeah, it's mostly the JRPGs that I really like. He's back. Welcome back, Janelle.
Yes, I am back. Hello.
Go
All right.
continue, Ashes.
Continue, Ashes. Continue, Ashes.
Oh, my other
Oh,
favorite game is FF14, unrelated to the me working with multiplayer. I just like that game. That's it. That's it. That's it.
Yes, Mikote are the best, right?
Sorry,
Mikote
no,
are the best.
sorry,
Oh, okay, fine,
your,
fine, fine.
sorry.
What about the
Disagree.
aura? I mean,
Objection.
okay. Before this becomes a Final Fantasy 14 stream.
Objection.
Yes. Wait, what did I miss
so,
when my internet betrayed me?
uh,
Um, well, if you want from the start, the moment you left, Dane was talking about we were talking about Dane saving me from getting harassed, and then
Bruh.
we transitioned into our favorite games and what games inspired us to get into the industry.
How the fuck does that transition work? Hello.
But how about you, Janil? What game inspired you to become a game dev? He's gone. He's
He's
gone
gone
again.
gone.
again.
He's gone again. Okay.
No.
What do you think his answer is gonna be though?
My favorite game
Wait,
is
wait, am I gone?
Honey Pop.
You're back.
Yonder is
He's
Oh my
back.
Honey
god,
Pop.
I think I heard
It's gonna be a
you're
visual
gone, and then
novel.
like I kept talking. I'm like, what do you mean I'm gone? Am I being gaslit right now?
Janelle,
Hello.
hello?
Yes,
Hello,
I am
Janelle?
here.
You're not
Hello.
gone. You're Janelle.
I am here. Hi. Am I
Hello.
being gaslit? Am I being gaslit again, or can I?
No,
Janelle? Hello,
no,
Janelle?
no.
No,
I
we're
can't hear
listening. We're
anything.
listening. We're listening this
Oh,
time.
okay. You can hear me now. Oh, what game inspired you to get into game dev, right?
One or two, Janelle?
Yes.
Actually, yeah.
What
The
are,
game that got me to game dev, it is probably really, really out of place right now. But
one or two?
StarCraft.
Oh,
Ah,
No, no,
yeah, yeah,
StarCraft. Because
yeah,
up
yeah.
to now, it's still my favorite game. I mean, it's also kind of what got me my first job too. Like no, not Red Trident, but like or like the first indie but the other like game job I got because the question was like, what's your favorite video game, and then what would you change about it? So yeah, for me it was that thing. I mean, it's similar to I listened a bit to Ash's like answer to like it's really about telling a story and whatnot. And for me with StarCraft, I would have changed something in the story because there was a really really good fanfic that like made a better ending. But like I don't know. For me, it's just really just telling a story and how games can really play a thing on you. Can really just like have an effect on your someone's life and whatnot. And StarCraft kind of like was that for me because I mean I don't really share it often, but I used to play StarCraft with my dad and like my aunt. And like other beyond like the single player game, it was amazing like single player campaign. But hey, it was a body activity, and it really showed that like I really love games, man. I just it really showed I really love games from that point, and I mean it made a lot of memories for me. So yeah, I mean that's kind of what got me into it, like StarCraft. Then somewhere along the road, there's League of Legends. Do not play League of Legends, but
no.
yeah, those games.
League of
What about
Legends. You know, I haven't
Roblox? Is anyone
seen.
a Roblox kid here?
I was
What's
a
over?
Minecraft kid.
Yeah, I was a Minecraft kid.
How about a girl player, huh?
I was an RTS kid, man.
Uh, how about
Oh
have
yeah,
you guys tried playing Pixel Gun?
is this
I don't
something
know
you
if
can talk
that
about,
that
Janil? I sorry, Ruben.
Oh, what?
no, 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 go.
Is this
Oh,
something you
sorry,
can
go
talk
Dave.
about, Janil? Or is this kuan pa? Censored pa?
Wait, which one? What? Which one? The pain?
No, check the screen.
Wait,
It's
check the screen.
check my screen.
Check your screen. Like, wait, let me click. More studio. Oh yeah, we can talk about that. Sorry, I was not clicking the share screen. But yeah, yeah, there's also more studios coming here. Actually two, three. I'm still waiting on a reply from one. But like, there's two studios that are already here. I mean, one's like already set up. One is coming back sometime later this year. One is like waiting. Wait, I don't know. More like I don't know who's waiting on who. But basically, there's more studios setting up here in Cebu. I mean, me counting Escape the Day Job, that's kind of one. But like, there's a lot of like one, two, three, four in total if you count mine. Studio setting up here in Cebu, and it's like I don't know. For me, it's like a one thing to really focus on, and I'm very happy in both. Like it's like it's a problem, but because also of like it's a happy problem technically, because like it's a I went to an event to like just talk about Cebu. I didn't expect to come here and then suddenly bring like two, three interesting studios that are setting up. I mean, that was the dream, but like, whoa, I didn't expect it to be this fast.
They're moving fast.
So yeah, it really shows there is a lot of potential in this island that hey, even I didn't know that we had that much potential, which is a happy thing. It's a happy surprise for me. But yeah,
There seems to be a good amount of demand right now for 2D animators that use Spline, right?
yeah. There's
Specifically.
a good demand for 2D animators,
You heard that?
artists. I mean, there's even there's one demand that we have to kind of meet too, like the demand for Unreal Engine. I mean, if for people who want to know what games are made in Unreal Engine, especially Unreal Engine 5, Tekken 8, Valorant is Unreal Engine 4. The next Witcher is in Unreal Engine 5. So yeah, there's a lot of opportunity. You could use the same things that your favorite games are using for free. But yeah.
And I think also 3D. Well, multiplayer devs are always in demand. The software
Yeah,
and
multiplayer that's
VFX
also
artists
demand. Yeah. Right, right. Right,
globally.
Ashes. Yeah.
VFX artists are globally in demand. So
Even
let's
tech
make
No,
sure
VFX
artists.
artists are like always
let's
VFX
keep
artists
their
and tech artists will always be in demand. I don't know. They do not grow on trees. They're like, where do you find these people? Yep.
What's the like you know when like other studios that are outside of the Philippines want to open something up here, like especially in Cebu, like do they ever like go to you guys for like feasibility studies? They did a studio here kind of did something very similar. They to us where like they kind of asked us like if it's feasible to open a studio here. Um, like do other big studios like do they ever do feasibility studies here in Cebu? But then like when they do and they find that it's still very young and fresh. Like, how do they feel about that? You know?
just
I guess for me, because that was technically what I was doing the past 2 or 3 weeks of like answering questions, introducing them to local people, and then talent, making it easier for them to register a business here and whatnot.
Mm,
It's really opportunity cost, man. It's like setting up any regular business. First, you check what's in the current market, check what the standards are and whatnot. What are the pros of setting up here in Cebu compared to Manila, compared to their home country, compared to another country?
mm-hmm,
Yeah, I mean, like, hey, why don't I just like move all the operations over into like our neighbors up there that can like afford us a lot more people or something? Yeah,
mm-hmm,
it's just that too, and there's multiple factors. The one thing for Cebu, it feels so regurgitated, but that's because I've been talking about this for weeks. Like one thing is like we're very people like we have two national languages in the Philippines, right? Filipino and English, right? But here in Cebu, it feels mostly like English. I mean, people speak Bisaya or Cebuano and sometimes Tagalog, but almost everyone here speaks English, or at least in the specific section of the industry we're in. So that makes it a lot easier for them to work with us. The other reason also is because we're a hot pot between Western and Eastern culture. I mean, we all love anime. I mean, we all love like all the Western games, Destiny, Valorant, League of Legends. We're getting our own Valorant server. If you guys have paid attention,
yeah.
it was like it was just announced like this morning, I think here, or like 12 hours ago, I think. But yeah, I mean, it shows that hey, we both have Western and Eastern tastes, and that makes it a lot easier to explain. Like, hey, why don't you do this one mechanic they did in Dead Space? Like, that's a lot easier to explain, right? Than like, what if they never played Dead Space at all, or they never played like this specific game, or what if they never played Apex or something like that? It's a lot easier to
mm-hmm.
explain if your market already knows it. I mean, for a country that's not the most vertically gifted, we have a lot of basketball players, right? Is that kind of like interest, that kind of passion that kind of reflects is reflexive also reflected also in the games industry and
How do we like fall into the trap of like becoming okay, so
yeah.
this is just like general outsourcing and like general BPO stuff. Like how do we kind of make sure that like the game dev industry doesn't like here in Cebu doesn't fall into the trap of like oh like let's just get people from Cebu because they're cheaper or because you know yeah labor is cheaper because that's a trap that we're kind of falling for other industries like from in customer support or the travel industry or kanang even even real estate agents abroad they would rather outsource their entire business because it's much cheaper. Like how do we kind of stay away from that trap like as game devs? Like we don't want to be known as the game devs that are cheaper, you know? But how do we make sure that that mindset isn't fed to the people who are bringing their studios in?
Yeah, I guess for that one is it's less of less worried about being branded as like hey affordable or you're cheaper, but more of like taking it more as an opportunity if like for example oh move to Cebu because like it's a lot more affordable here in Cebu than it is Manila. We have to acknowledge that hey that's kind of true also, but we also have to turn that into a way where it's more than just that basically. Like the way you can raise your prices would just be through your portfolio, to your roadmap, to your skill level. And yeah, I mean, if we're, a good example would be if you're like zero, what's it called? Like zero track record, zero projects, then it might be understandable why you're kind of like relegated to a more affordable cost, or just because you're cheaper. But that's mainly because you have nothing else to offer. So the way to offset it would just be to give more reasons of, hey, don't just look at the reason why we're here because we're cheaper or more affordable, but hey, because we did X project that's like double A, or another project which is triple A. You add more value, you add more experience. Oh, we've worked on games for like 10 plus years. And don't be afraid to also like say the rate. If they disagree with the rate, then walk away basically. Or refer it to some other group you think that's better fit. Or okay, they might not pay as much, but they are a very good per portfolio. Like for example, this project like pays half of your normal rate, but you really need something per portfolio. You can take this project and consider the other half that was like unpaid as an investment for your own studio, and then you can charge the better or fuller rate in the next project. But yeah, that's one way. Like, don't treat it as like a one all be all. Treat it as a stepping stone, and make sure to also communicate that, hey, we've done this work for you for like 2 3 years, and right now like inflation is a thing. The economy is, well, the economy. So we kind of have to raise our rates too. So yeah, I mean, hopefully that answers your question. No, it's a lot. It's a
It's pretty
complicated
tough,
question, by the way.
right? Because like
Yeah.
if you go into the other end and then start charging the same rates as your Western counterparts, then they would like argue, why not just hire someone from their own country instead?
Yeah,
That's
because
like
that
the
happens
main
too.
point of them outsourcing, like to get to cheaper countries.
Yeah, exactly. And I
So
think
you have to
just more
balance.
like an example would be like, oh, get an art studio somewhere else. Like it's also a matter of trust for them too. That's why like sometimes when an art studio gets like, it's like for example in outsourcing or something we call external development. I prefer external development than outsourcing because it's a little more considerate of what we do. Because like, hey, you could start with making small props, right? Like small objects in the environment, to like ultimately, hey, you get to design your own level, decide the props, here's the timeline, and you have more creative freedom. And because it's also tough on them as well, because they don't know who you guys are. They want to trust you guys with more, but they don't know your culture, they don't know your type of work ethic, your people. So it's also a gamble and a
It's a
risk for
gamble.
them too, if yeah.
The deadline's the same, and then the outsourced studio just disappears
Yeah,
into thin air.
exactly. Like, or I don't know, like sudden wave of layoffs suddenly happen, and your half of your team like gets like closed out. Yeah.
Um, speaking of like, I'm just curious, Janelle, and you guys don't have to answer now, but do you have plans on in terms of like the direction for your studio? Do you plan on just simply focusing on creating an IP in the game, or do you guys have any plans of getting outsourced and work doing offshore work for other studios?
Actually, we're really focused on our own IP. I think that was the goal of the studio in the first place. Cause like the ideal scenario for our game plan for our studio is like, if things go well and we get a publisher, or I don't know, I win the lottery one day, and like half of it I'll put in the studio and half of it will, I don't know, somewhere in Japan. Um, like we get to focus on the game. But if ever we don't get that funding, that financial safety net, then we'll treat it as a side hobby, a passion project. I would never want, not because, okay, this is also coming from me because I worked in outsourcing or external development for like 4 years and a half. Wow, that's like half a decade. Um, I feel like I want to do something like this studio is something I'm passionate about. It is more of a personal project, something closer to home, and it's something that I want to keep personal. I say, hey, it's something I want to be proud of as our project, and I feel like focus and energy and enthusiasm is a limited resource. And the moment I start like, oh, we can do, right, we keep the lights on and stuff like that, right? Um, it means that, oh, it's an opportunity cost, economics lesson. Time spent working on another project is time not spent in the main game.
Exactly, and
That's
we're
why
suffering from that.
yeah, that's why it's
Yeah,
tough. That's why it's tough. That's why for me it's like, well, that's why I say also different studios have different circumstances. I'm not saying what you guys are doing is wrong. It's just that like, firstly for me, that's why we're keeping our team small. It's like I wanna be able to focus on this. If I start expanding the team to like 10, 15 people, and then, oh god, now I'm responsible for 10, 15 people's livelihoods. We need to take contracting projects or outsourcing projects. And that means less time spent in the main project. So it's like, even I don't have the answer to that, man. I'm just like figuring stuff as I go as well.
that's right.
It's so scary,
But
man. And
they
it's not just
guys
even us. Yeah?
like this is but this is this is like for all of you guys who did start the studio, who did start your own studios. Like, how are you guys feeling about the current state of the industry right now? Like, I think it takes a lot of balls to kind of dive deep and
Damn,
like
nice wordy.
head.
Nice for the phrasing, phrasing. Thank you,
Nice
marketing
phrasing.
for
Phrase.
thank you, marketing. But anyway, wait,
No,
how do
I
you
mean,
feel
like, you know,
about
like it's just it's as frank as
Uh,
possible. It's a bit messy right now. It's there's a lot of wins, I will say, but there's also a lot of losses. Like, how do
yeah.
you know,
both
as people
died.
who did start their own studio, how do you guys cope with the anxiety of making sure that like nothing goes like of making sure that like your studio stays sane considering the state of the industry right? Can we please talk about the political and economical state of the world? No,
Oh god.
no, but,
Okay,
but
beyond that,
yeah.
right? I can't talk about the political or let's say
No,
the
no,
yes.
no, no. But
All right. I
but
mean,
yeah, like
okay,
yeah, go.
okay. I'll start first then. Before I pass the baton to Dane. But for me, it's because like okay, this is something I learned from the pandemic. Something I learned from a lot of business mentors. And I mean, people also in the industry. And just when I said like, why am I starting now when it's like the worst possible time to start? Mainly because it's the worst possible time to start. I mean, because it's like, hey, we can't get any lower. I'm like knocking on wood that it doesn't get any lower. But
It's
basically, like if you're already at the bottom of things, then the
right.
only other direction is going up. I mean, from like looking at that's why I say looking at the global games industry too, is because a lot of like studios or games are having a hard time. A lot of like questionable decisions are being made on like the bigger side of the industry. It means there's a lot of opportunity, a lot of chaos, a lot of what ifs. And in this scenario, a lot of what ifs was kind of what made the big studios today before. I mean, all the big studios we know now, like for example, Blizzard, Riot, these were indies. These were you watch their documentaries. If you watch, I mean, even the ones that didn't grow to these big like studio sizes, like they became just solo devs, right? Like
Mhm.
Concerned Ape for Stardew Valley, or Toby Fox from Undertale, or yeah, those type of games. Those kind of games were developed during like times that were like not the best like times to develop games. I mean, the person who developed Toho project applied to like a game dev job, and then he showed his game, and they were very surprised, and then it kind of started its own fandom too. I mean, a lot of these things are all uncertain, even be it the best time or the worst time.
Mhm.
And I guess one quote to take away from it is like, luck. Like this is a luck quote basically. Luck is what happens when opportunity meets preparation. If you show up every day, keep doing this, one day you'll probably meet your opportunity that comes in and you hit the jackpot because you just keep showing up every day. At least that's my opinion. Okay, that's why it's like, why is it the worst time? Yeah, I know, right? I also ask that question some
Yeah.
days. Yeah.
For me, it's gone. It's like this quote that I just made up. It's time in the industry always beats timing the industry. This is from Warren Buffett, but it's market, it's industry instead of the markets. So the gist is kind of since there's no game dev scene in Cebu, and then at the time when I started the studio, I was kind of already in the medyo tenured na stage in my game dev career, so I was able to start something, and I took the risk to actually start something. Mainly for the reason of karang also growing with the people that are in the studio, because who's gonna become senior devs if nobody nurtures the junior devs? I think that's my logic with starting and then just trying to survive for as long as possible. Maybe Haphazard Angel will take off, maybe it will not. Maybe it's gonna take us 3, 4, 5 games before something pops off. I think the important thing is to survive in those years. Basically, time in the industry, having time and experience in the industry instead of like trying to time what's the best market rise, or like timing the bull market. I guess that's it for me.
Well, you mentioned like that like the haphazard age popping off eventually. Like I mean, we're all showing up. Janelle said we can. But at some point, is it like random? At some point, when is it random and when is it planned? Because like,
If it's your first game, it will be random. In your second game, you have the experience. You know what to do na. It might be random. Third game, it could be random. Fourth game, you know what to do, and so on. Because you have the experience na.
okay,
That's my mindset on
okay,
it.
okay. How about for you guys, Janelle? Like in terms of like market game eventually, when you guys have like a playable build, do you guys like have a roadmap of what marketing will look like for your game?
I mean, we're very meta. We're very like, hey, if we're making a streaming game, we want streamers to play it and basically figure it out, and more community driven. Cause like the state of the industry right now, a lot of the big like live service games are taking up a lot of the oxygen from the space, and I think especially what you guys are doing is kind of similar to what we plan doing. Like, sure, we don't have a multiplayer game, but really it's more of having a dedicated community and that supports not just your game but your studio. I mean, for sure, once Haphazard Angel launches, this won't be the last game you guys will make. This Feeling Blue won't be the last game we want to make as Escape the Day Jobs. We want to add all the colors on the rainbow. Oh my god. There's like so many colors, man. How many? If you're out of colors, we'll start naming them hexadecimals or something. But yeah, I mean that's like there's the marketing aspect, because hey, I come from anime cosplay and other things like VTubers and stuff too. I feel like it's good to play with our strengths. So yeah.
You, you know, I'm really usually I usually don't play I usually don't play that type of genre of game, but I'm
Free to play.
very excited to I'm very excited to see a demo for your game, Jenny. Like you've been talking about this since
Sure.
yeah, since for quite some time, and yeah, I'd love to see it come into fruition eventually.
It's gonna
Any
someday.
planned deadlines for things? You know, maybe you could
Uh, we,
wrap
we,
up the
we, we'll I will not say any of the red lines. Hopefully, this it's like a hope, man. It's like a hope. Maybe sometime end of year. That is the hope, and but that's not even a guarantee. Like I said, the prize of the studio is really like being able to gauge and like review. I mean, the only timeline we're timelining against is ourselves.
Yeah.
And like life circumstances that could say like, hey, what if there's a specific Taiwan trip somewhere in September? And then like, oh yeah, all our timelines get delayed.
Totally for the game.
Oh god. Yeah, like I
And
like,
you
oh,
know,
due to life circumstances, the game has been delayed due to life circumstances in September. Yeah, it's not like this was planned. But yeah, that's what we're hoping for. Hopefully somewhere end of year. Yeah.
okay, that's exciting.
wait, Janelle, Steam
I'll be
page.
there
I think
first
you.
in line, dude.
Yeah, same. You should already have like the assets you need to make a Steam page. What's your plan? Are you making it? Are you planning to push out the Steam page at the same time as your demo, or kanang early Steam page
I
kanang
know.
there's different like strategies here. But what's your plan?
Oh, our plan will probably to put like the Steam page somewhere. I will like probably Q3 of the year. Like
Mm.
it'll probably be ahead of. We might even have devlogs and even having a similar community server.
Mm.
Right now, it's just more of like we're just wrapping up some stuff for both like August and September. So basically, somewhere all beyond those months, once I figure stuff out and get into a system, and then yeah, hopefully we'll like push that out because really we want to just like find the people. Hey, I mean, find the people that enjoy our game and
Mm.
also will support us from the start. Hey, maybe even like as much as I joke around about Kickstarter, even maybe in a Kickstarter one
Mm.
day, but we'll see. More of a marketing thing. Yeah.
I see. But what I
Yeah.
can tell you, Jenny, is that your advice before works, Jen. Like the get streamers to actually play your game to get content to push your game further. It's like planting seeds,
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
then
no, cause that helps a lot. I mean, we want to know what game like works like that too, even though it's very unique.
mm,
Right. Oh, okay. But yeah,
which one?
okay.
Which one?
I thought you were gonna take a guess, but okay.
Which
The
game?
game is oh, okay. Dota 2. I mean, have you seen like any ads for Dota 2 in mainstream media in comparison to League of Legends?
Yeah.
Have you noticed there are no ads? It's very unique, right? Because like the community makes a lot of content just for Dota 2. Other than the unique case that of course because it's Valve and it's on the
Wow.
front page of Steam. They just put it
Always.
there and everyone kind of sees it. But like, if you think about it, Valve is a small team and they don't really market Dota 2. But Dota 2's community, even friends just play it and they're like, hey, let's play Dota.
Yeah, they
So
don't.
the word of mouth, people who stream, and it made me realize, this could be a thing. Having a
True.
community that does things for. I mean, there is from a certain studio that I'm still like odd when I ask them, "What's your marketing plan?" And they
Bruh.
told me, "Oh, we'll just make a Twitter post."
Bruh.
And then like,
KDs.
and then it happened. And then it happened. I don't know, man. I'm not naming any studios, but but
Oh.
but basically, it happened. It was like, okay, they just made a Twitter post, and then boom, some group or something is already like, oh, we're canceling our meeting because somebody just made an announcement for the early access
Oh
that also
damn.
delayed feedback. But anyway, that delayed like, hey, you did this to yourself, guys. We love you, but like, you could have given us the feedback before you go into day one patch mode. But yeah, it's the games is just that wild. If you have a very very dedicated fan base,
Mm.
they cannot do the marketing for you, and it shows not just because it's free marketing, but it shows how much love and passion you guys do that it reflects on your fan base as
Yeah,
well.
I think that's
So
something
that's
similar
what we hope to
happened
grow.
to Landfall and Aggro Crab with their newest game,
Hmm?
Peak.
Yeah, with Peak
They
as well. I
didn't
mean, Peak.
do jack
Other
shit
than
with
iconic name,
marketing.
man. It's Peak. It's a
Yeah.
peak game.
They didn't do marketing. Like I think they posted one thing sa reels, and then people started karang covering it because it was from Aggro Crab, or even if they didn't know what the fuck was going on there, they covered it because it was from the studio that did something amazing. Forgot their other games. Ilang
Yeah.
game. Landfall did what the fuck?
Yeah, I mean, there's Expedition 33 too, also, right? I think Expedition 33, like Claire Obscure Expedition 33 as well. I mean, there's
They did
Schedule
content
One, which
warning.
I cannot describe the contents for, but hey, I don't think Schedule One had any ads. I think nobody would run an ad in the right mind for that type of game.
True.
But yeah, or you know, Little Company, Phasmophobia. I think once you just get like a specific niche
Among
and it
Us,
makes it easy for people to make content, yeah, Among Us. Other
two
than
years.
a real life pandemic telling us to you have no choice, but this is how you can
Yeah,
interact with other people.
we can't guess
Yeah, so
another pandemic, and we shouldn't hope for it. As well.
yeah, I
Do
know we
not
should
hope
not
for
hope
a,
for like
do not hope for a
you know what,
pandemic.
that's the best opportunity for a multiplayer game, but let's not wish that happens.
Never
Oh my
again.
god. Never again, please. My sanity cannot take it. At least there's Final Fantasy 14 hopefully by then so I can like
I
Live
think
my
like
life as an aura, man. Live my life as an aura. Become an aura.
I
Or
think
become
like
a
in
bunny
the
boy at some point. Yeah.
in the other side of the coin, like we have like we have studios like Hello Games who who like over marketed like the No Man's Sky was technically an indie game technically and like
Yeah.
they over marketed and then like it kind of blew up on their face,
Mm-hmm.
which I think
That's
like if they
very
just played
difficult.
it, yeah, like, I think if they just played it chillax and just just relied on their community, I think it wouldn't have blown up on their face. Because like I remember I remember like seeing Sean Murray and like random ass talk shows and Tonight shows, and like he's like this very awkward guy, and he was like there talking about his game, and like of course everyone had their expectations. So yeah, like how do you even balance that? You know, like how do you not blow up your game into a proportion to a point number you can't even like the expectations you can't even reach, you know, like it's really different when you're, and I think Dane can speak from this experience that like it's really different from when like you're making the trailer, you're making it as possible
Mm.
to compare to like marketing your game as that, and then after when people actually play it at first, because it does take some time, especially with the streamers that we had, like they stream like 2-3 hours, and
2
like it
a.m.
takes time for them to at
They
like 2
stream at
a.m.
2
That's where they
a.m.,
sleep this
6
night.
a.m. I hate it. But we were
Yeah, like
present. We were there always.
yeah, so so but like you know, it took time for them to like get the game and understand. It would be if I was the player, it'd be so. What the hell? Why isn't this as fast paced as it was compared to the trailer that you guys sent? So like, how would you balance it being exciting but also making sure that like you don't blow up their
I
expectations
think
to a point?
you should just post like on real gameplay and avoid kind of mga pre-rendered ones. Probably for
Yeah.
me.
I mean, for me, it depends on the type of game you're making, really. If you're your game is very mechanics focused, right? Because say you're four players, for
Yeah.
more cooperative and things. But hey, for our game, if the main selling point of our game is like the art style and the story, then
Hmm.
you can get away with more like mystery, more drama, not something gameplay related. Like we get someone like, my God, who is blue? What is behind blue? What cups? Wait, sorry,
What?
sorry. Yeah. Basically things you could that would make you more curious of our character and more curious about our narrative. Those are the things that um that could sell more for our narrative driven game. But compared to a mechanics heavy game. So it kind of depends on what type of game you're selling. I think an example game, you guys know Starfield, right? I think Starfield,
Yes,
where
yes, yeah.
that is marketed to as well that you can fly to another planet and stuff like that, and X amount of generated worlds, kind of similar to No Man's Sky, right?
No
I mean,
Man's Sky.
the thing I like about No Man's Sky though, even though they kind of like oversold it and then like they said multiple things that they couldn't deliver on release day, but they did the 180. I mean, they put in the work, and right now I think it's in a great spot. Like they were able to, you could actually play the things that they said. It's just that
Yep.
everyone wishes those things came on release. So yeah, just basically don't blow the load too early. Wait, sorry, I think that's a bad
Nice.
phrasing.
Good clips.
But
Yeah.
basically, yeah, basically just be more authentic, be more realistic with things, and just wait.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
But then like in terms of the narrative for your game, where are you at with the writing? Did you finish everything? And now it's just
No,
developing?
of course not. Of course not. But that's also because like it's still a lot of feedback. It's still a lot of iteration. I mean, it feels very counterintuitive, right? But I try to get feedback from
Mm-hmm.
people, try to get comments, and really just I don't know, figure out that sweet spot of do
Yeah.
people still like this game? Do people still want to enjoy it? And yeah, I mean, it's the best part about making your own game is you kind of get to decide what your story is. Maybe the story at this point in time is radically different from a story that we release by end of year by the launch date next year or
Mm-hmm.
something.
And
Mm.
believe me,
But then
Janelle
when
has
you
like
get when you know when you get feedback from people in regards to the story of your game. Like, how do you make sure that it's not like, because that's the main crux. Like you said it yourself. Like, people are there for the story and or for the vibe and for the art style. So how would you know without releasing it yet? Like that is the vibe that I want to entail to my audience or to my players
Internal
without
playtests.
without fully without fully changing everything just to like please or just just to please a specific audience because like it's a narrative it's very narrative driven. So how would
Yeah.
you take that feedback and make sure that like it doesn't change your vision of the game as a whole?
I mean, that's something I have to figure out properly. But the idea or the plan in my mind is already a mix of, okay, flashbacks to engineering, numerical methods, I guess, or probability and statistics. So, okay, for context, yeah, that's a lot. In short, it's a lot of data gathering and metrics and stuff. I mean, they're like getting the someone saying like, okay, I like this game, or this game made me feel great, or this game like very sad and whatnot. You can kind of like quantify and put them inside a metric somehow. Like this feels good or this doesn't feel good. Like you can like generalize it to that way and basically put it in a metric. Like how many percentage says the game feels good or how many percent feels bad or
Uh-huh.
other people have other comments. Like being able to quantify that type of data and being able to put them to different player personas as well. Because
Mm.
Persona.
it's a lot of yeah, person. Okay, sorry, but yeah, but it's games user research really. I mean, personally for me, it's also because I know my studio mates can like see like, we have like a channel because I'm taking a game user research course where it really is data. It's different playtesting like methods, different like live and non-live playtesting, watching pre-recorded footage and different phases. I mean, I can drop like a sample like timeline of how playtesting works because it's a lot more complicated than just
Mm.
QA or
Yeah.
this feels good or does not feel good. But yeah, it's that and just being able to sort through things and iterating. I mean, that's kind of game dev in general. You can't
Yeah.
please everyone too. So so someone could say change your entire art style and then
Yeah.
someone would say change it back and you're like which one do I
Remember, man?
follow?
The guys who said
Yeah.
remove those cringy VTubers, and then several much many more people saying that it's fun, they don't mind and shit.
That was also a crux
So
that we
it
kind
was
of
learning. It was
hit.
a learning experience. Yeah,
So
Yeah.
but
basically we got roasted sa Reddit.
Yeah, and be careful about that too. I mean, that's one thing also. It's like sometimes it's a game dev trap as well where you ask other game devs what their opinions is. Like one trap even is the rating trap. Like, oh, this game is like 96% positive and this game's like 60% or 70% positive. But like, why does the 70 or 60% positive like sell a lot more than the 96? Oh my god, I stepped on a goose. But anyway, sorry, I scared myself. But yeah, it could also just depend on the numbers because a lot of people like say they dislike the game, but they're a loud minority. But a lot of people just don't rate the game and they play it.
Mm.
hmm,
Yeah,
Yeah,
numbers.
yeah. So it's a matter of really just playing with the data and adjusting from there. There's really no perfect method or to the madness of game development. We just try to make sense of it, man. I swear. Sometimes there are things that are. Why did we get a spike of downloads on this day? Oh, cause did you know May 10? Like, oh, you made a made game. You know, May 10 is made day. I thought it was made day. Yeah, I know, I'm not
what
kidding.
the
Cause
hell?
when you say, cause when you May 10, when you write it down in, I think in Japanese, it's Meido, Meido or made. Anyway, yeah, sorry. Anyway, random facts for today.
That's
But yeah, we're very excited. Please make sure to ping us when you guys do have a demo or anything coming out. Even if you guys are sending out test keys, just ping us. We'd love to post about your game further. And yeah,
Sure,
thank
I
you.
mean, Yeah,
Thank you
thank
so
you.
much.
Oh yeah,
Thank you
Thanks
guys.
as well.
volunteer announcement for Cebu Game Dev. Please, pasensin niya, as we will also be putting
Oh,
it here.
oh sure. All right. I will send to you the Facebook post we made just today. All
Oh
right.
yeah, I noticed that, but I didn't see.
Yeah.
So
So you can
Okay.
copy paste. You can copy paste what's ever written there. Thank you, my non flesh tuber friends.
yes,
Thank you so much.
thank you
And
so
thank you
much.
so much for listening. Thank you for coming over, guys.
That was fun.
Escape the day. It was a lot of fun to have another studio to bounce around with, and yeah, we wish you guys the bestest of luck. You
All
Best
know.
of
right.
luck
Thank
to
you.
you as
We'll,
well.
we'll let you know when we're out of funding too. Thank you.
The
All right.
remember
All
the
right.
goal, Janelle. We could just call each other for funding someday.
Yeah. Sure. Exactly. Sige.
But yeah. So yeah, that's a wrap.
That's a
Again, thank
wrap.
you guys for tuning in, and we're Capriccioso Studios with Escape the Day, Job Studios. Yeah. Bye. Good night.
Bye. Good night. All right. Tell me when we're not on
Bye.
live anymore.
Why? Cause
Hey,
everything
are
else will
still.
come out. Yeah, we're not
All
live
right.
anymore.
All right. Okay. Okay. It's coming.
Uh,
Say slurs.
Wait, what was that?